What's going on, guys? MikeO back with another Mailday recap. Got a stack of stuff that's arrived over the last few days, so I want to share it with you. It's definitely a nice mail day, and I think it's a little something for everyone. Some kind of vintage action, some modern stuff, so let's get into it. So first up, we got a package coming in from Hitman23. Really appreciate this, Mike. Guys, check out Hitman23's channel. Mike does a great job. Awesome member of this community. Mike, I wasn't expecting this. Definitely not necessary, but certainly appreciate it. So first off, Mike hit me up with a little stack of PC stuff, some binder material, so I'll have to go through and add some of these to binder, but some Terry Mulholland action, some Drew Bledsoe stuff. So really appreciate this, Mike. Always fun to go through and update the binders, and it reminds me I do have to work on some more binder showcases at some point, so just got a whole list of videos to make. Mike also hit me up with a brick of Ginter cards. So what I'll do with these is I'll go through and see if there's any guys that sign TTM that I don't have, and I'll send out to them. Some of it I use for binders and things like that, so appreciate that. Also sent me this David Buchanan from Bowman Limited. Nice shine there. Buchanan actually had a pretty solid rookie year for the Phils. He was up with them for, I'd say, two and a half years. Currently, he's pitching overseas, but that's a cool autograph, and always like to add Phillies to the PC. And this is pretty sweet here too. This is at a Proline Classic Ty Law here in the College Uni. But Ty Law is, in my opinion, a future Hall of Famer. So we'll see what the future holds, but I do think he'll get in the next couple years for sure. Just had a great career with the Patriots, the Chiefs, played for the Jets for a while, and, you know, had a lot of big-time playoff performances, so that definitely stands out. So thank you, Mike, again for that package. Very generous, and again, unnecessary, but appreciate it as always. The rest of this stuff consists of some eBay purchases, some Topps.com purchases, and a Topps redemption. So we'll go through it now. This one here is this is from Topps Retired, which is an awesome set. I know a few guys do this. Dave's Midlife Card Crisis does a lot of these cards as well. They're beautiful chrome cards, just really clean. The autographs pop. A great way to pick up some Hall of Famers, and then just some legendary baseball players, you know, mostly at pretty good prices. This is a Johnny Padres. Johnny Padres had a really nice career with the Dodgers. I remember him as a kid being the pitching coach for the Phils in the early 90s. He was a pitching coach of that 1993 team that was really good. And these Topps Retired cards are just very cool, have their career statistics, and beautiful looking autos. So got this one pretty cheap. A lot of these came on the days when eBay, at the end of last quarter there, the last few weeks, they just had a ridiculous amount. They had that big 20% off day. Then they had a number of 15% off days and eBay bucks and all kinds of stuff. So they were kind of tempting me into picking up stuff sort of nonstop. I was actually adding a lot of vintage Phillies cards to my collection too, which I'll show off eventually when I do my binder reveal, which might be a little ways off still, but I'm putting together every Phillies Topps team set, and I've been working on that for longer than I wanted to, but it's going to be awesome. So here is the Ginter auto for this mail day. This is a Nomar Garciaparra on the beautiful looking 2014 Topps Allen Ginters. This is from the Archive Signature Series, which is just a product that I love, absolutely love it. I'm not saying you should go out and break it. It's fun to open maybe a few boxes, but it is tough to pull worthwhile cards. But the amount of singles that you can get for PC items, whether it's for players, teams, or for me, certain sets, the Ginter's just outstanding. So I'm really happy to add this Nomar to the Ginter collection. I've watched a bunch of his autos in this product, and they've always gone a little higher than I was willing to go. So happy to finally snag this one. Beautiful looking card. Nomar, you know, I'm sure most people out there just remember what a good player he was. He didn't quite do it long enough, and maybe some injuries had something to do with that. Well, you know, who knows? But the guy was still a great player and an absolute fan favorite in Boston. Here's a older pickup here Finally picked this one up. Been looking for a while. This is a Mike Schmitt rookie. This one's beat up. You can see major corner issues. Pretty much all four corners, specifically these two and up here. Didn't really care. Was just looking to finally pick up a cheap one. This is going to be a binder card for me. I'd love to get one that's higher graded at some point for the collection, but for right now, just that was one of the big ones that I'm missing. Outside of 52 Topps, the only really expensive card I'm still missing is the Willie Stargell rookie. And yes, Willie Stargell was with the Pirates, but he does have a Philly on his rookie card. And that card is a little more expensive than I'd like it to be. But I'll pick it up at some point. If anyone has one that's beat up, let me know, because I'm not looking for great condition on that. Next up, Patriots pickup. This is a Rob Ninkovich. This is some Panini card. I guess it's a piece of the pylon. I'm not even sure. This was another one I finally bought when eBay had a sale. This one was purchased for the purpose of sending it out to a private signing. I think that would look pretty sweet with an auto right there. Unfortunately, when I sent out the last private signing I didn't get my gold paint pen back. So I'm hoping they have a paint pen available at this signing. You would think they would. If not, I suppose I could go out and buy another paint pen, but those suckers aren't cheap, so we'll see. I just don't think blue or black Sharpie would look all that good on this card, just a little dark, but I do think this card could be really cool signed. All right, we got a Topps Redemption coming in here. This is a beauty. It's Erin Judge. This is 2017 Topps Archive Snapshots product. It's an online exclusive. I always like the photography. I like the real basic design, the clean design. The autos are 1 per box. You get 10 cards, I think, in a parallel, so it might be 11 cards, 12 cards maybe with the autograph. Either way, it's a product I always buy a little bit of because I usually have a solid checklist, and it's really not that expensive when it comes out. So I did pull a Judge, which is numbered to 80. They do the old school hand numbering. And this redemption finally came in, so that's a nice one right there. Just happy to get it back. Those redemptions, eventually you kind of wait. You guys going to sign soon? I'm still actually waiting on a handful of Benintendi's. I pulled a lot of Benintendi's last year, which is not something I'm complaining about because I'd rather pull Andrew Benintendi than some of the other guys and products. But redemptions are part of the game, unfortunately. We got some Scot Kingery pickups here. Picked up a few of his cards before he was getting called up. This is his first Bowman card, 2015 Bowman, or 2016. This is the blue refractor, the light blue. I forget, the sky blue it might be called. Just thought it was a neat looking card. Got it at a decent price. His stuff's been soaring up. He hasn't done a tremendous amount yet. Neither of any of the Phillies for that matter, but he's had hits. I mean, he's got 4 or 5 hits. He hits the ball hard. He does look like he's going to be a really good player, so I've been picking his stuff up for a while. Here's another one of his first Bowman cards. This one is hand-signed. It's an IP autograph. I picked up a few of these over the last few months and got them authenticated, so I will do the same thing with this one. Speaking of authenticated ones, this is 2015 Bowman. You see there, authenticated by SGC. There is some smearing on this auto, so it's definitely not the cleanest of autographs, but got this one at a pretty decent price. So again, I've just been picking up the Kingerys, picking them up for the collection. If he makes it enough, to me, you can always find a way to turn that card into another Phillies PC item. So that's why I've been picking them up while I've gotten them for good prices. This was a random purchase. Just found this real cheap. Sent a even cheaper offer, and then I had a coupon for eBay. Not my favorite of Finest cards, but this is a 2012 Finest Gold Refractor numbered to 50, PSA Gem Mint 10. Got this card at a price that is much lower than it costs to actually get cards graded. So whenever you can get a PC card in a really good grade at a price less than it would cost you to get graded, to me, it's a no-brainer. So happy to pick up this Roy Halladay for the Phillies collection. I know you vintage guys, you Hall of Fame autograph collectors will like this one. It's a 1959 Topps Hank Aaron PSA DNA certified auto. Nice blue signature there, inscribed 755. Very cool. The card itself Doesn't look bad to me. Obviously, it wouldn't grade high because it's got 4 soft corners, but to me, vintage cards, the corners don't bother me. I'm all about the centering, and as long as there's no major defects or creases. Unfortunately, there is a little mark over here, but the autograph can take that away. Now, I'm generally not a fan of cards with autographs that already have a facsimile signature, but honestly, the way this signature is placed, I really don't think it hinders it much. So, really nice addition to the collection there. Happy to add that. So, very nice, Hammerin Hank Erin. So, I'm sure a lot of you will like that one. We got a few pickups from Topps.com here. Got this New Kids on the Block set. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of neat. I usually don't buy their weekly sets. This one I picked up. There was a Hoskins in it and some of the other rookies. So we got a Rafael Devers, Miguel Andujar. Just like the design for some reason. I don't know. It had that old school kind of early 90s look to it. Rosario, Clint Frazier. There's the Hoskins and Victor Robles. So, picked it up. It's pretty cheap. They're usually fairly limited. They don't exactly make a lot of these things. So, picked it up. I'll see what I do with that. This is my first Topps Now purchase of the year. It was Jake Arrieta, his first Phillies card. Got the lot of 20. A few of these are actually already sold. What I always do with these, I always take one and put it in a binder along with my Topps team set. I do all the Phillies cards they make, and then I'll also get one of these signed. I think that'll look pretty sweet signed in blue. And that's my main purpose for picking up the Topps Now. Just wanted to get the first Arrieta Phillies card. He'll be making his debut this weekend, so hopefully he will pitch well and get the Phils a win. They're off to a bit of a rough start so far. Gabe Kapler has not impressed. And my final pickup is from the Topps Baseball Living Set. Now, this has gotten a mixed reaction. A lot of people really like it. Some people have complained about it. A lot of people have complained, well, you know, it's a set that never ends. I'm sure it will end at some point. There's just no scheduled end date. And, you know, to me, this is a product more for player collectors or team collectors than set collectors. So, really neat looking product. I really like the look of it. I think they're on their 4th wave of them now. They had Ohtani last week, which was a nice looking card. They had Hoskins the week before, which I picked up some. This week they have Jeter and a couple guys. The first wave, they did 3 guys. The only one I picked up was the Erin Judge. And to me, I just figured at that price, I could buy it for the collection, and I'm sure I could get my money back if I chose to do so. Love the old school design there. Love the 53 Topps. The artwork to me is outstanding. They're beautiful cards. To me, if you collect certain players or teams, you know, they're cards you're going to want to pick up. I think they're awesome, and I think it's a genius idea by Topps so far. The sales have been really good. You know, I'm assuming at some point they'll start to tail off a little bit, but honestly, as a card collector, the Topps exclusive products, they're one of the products that are making Topps money right now. Obviously, they're doing okay with some of the products, the case breakers and all that stuff. You know, a product is getting open, but, you know, you need, for me as a collector, you want to see the hobby continue and thrive, and the companies need to make money to continue making cards. So I'm all for whatever can help Topps make money. You know, you don't want to see companies cut corners and make sloppy products, but if they have good ideas, if they execute things well, I'm all for it. There's all sorts of collectors, and you know, the world is moving towards e-commerce, and Topps needs to do the same. So if they find some ways to do that, you got to do it. I know a lot of you guys are vintage collectors and all that, and that's all awesome too, but that isn't really cycling money into the modern day card business. And you know, vintage cards are always going to be collectible. They're antiques, but I do think you need the best thing for the hobby, the best way for me to say this, to me, the best thing for the hobby is for the hobby to stay strong, and that absolutely includes modern day cards. And I know there's people out there that don't collect modern day players or cards, but that needs to stay strong. And I think it is strong right now with the young crop of players around baseball and, you know, all sports in general. But I think it's definitely trending well. Lately, when I've gone into stores like Target and Walmart, I see them selling an awful lot of modern-day cards, and I think that's a good thing for the hobby. All right, guys, let me know your thoughts on anything in this video, any of my thoughts on the different products, any of the cards I picked up. Let me know. Comment below. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll talk to you next time. Have a great one.